What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video is a very special video here. I am on Prodigga's account. He's level 86. Now, this is not just any ordinary account here. He's actually a free-to-play player, and he reached out to me, and we were talking some pretty sweaty free-to-play stuff, and this guy actually might have some of the most amazing feats I've seen on a free-to-play player in a long time. So first, I want to say thank you to Prodigga for bringing this up to me and reaching out and letting me hop on your account to show everybody here. Now, I did try to get him to come on video and then try to talk about his account, but he said he's actually an introvert and he didn't feel comfortable doing that. So I basically interviewed him on Discord, and I took all the notes so that I can relay everything back to you guys. I think you guys will find a lot of value in this video. First of all, to check out his amazing feats on this account. And then, of course, we'll talk free-to-play strategies from his mouth, not mine, but definitely things that I totally agree with as well. So first things first, with any kind of bold claims like these, you have to verify whether they're free to play or not. So I actually had him get the only way that you can kind of verify that you're free to play, and that is to contact Plarium support. So I got him to do that for us and give us the proof, and this is what he came back with. So we got written proof that his account has no purchases on it, so we know that he's actually free to play, and this account is free to play. So thank you for your patience. We can confirm that there are no purchases made on your account. Kind regards. We can cross-reference the date, cross-reference the ticket there if you guys are looking for the receipts. Now let's jump into his account, and then I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about in terms of amazing feats. And then you guys can let me know in the comments below if you guys have seen something better or crazier than what Prodigga has done here. So I made a list here, and yeah, we can talk about it here. So he started this account in February of 2025. Now, he's not a new raid player. He's been playing since 2020, took a break, came back in 2025. He told me that he started with the Monkey King promo code, so he had Wukong to start. And then he said that there was some kind of energy promo link where he started off with like a couple hundred energy or something. But that's about it. So some key milestones here that he's mentioned to me. First of all, he had Helicath on his first Sacred Shard. Well, obviously Helicath is a big factor in trying to get through a lot of content. He's obviously a stud, big shield, unblock damage, sorry, and then that's gonna just carry you through like clan boss and all that stuff. He actually finished Arbiter by day 27. That's definitely one of the fastest I've ever seen. I think there's been maybe somebody else that did it in about a month. Maybe it's doable, but under a month I think is really crazy. He picked up his first mythical champion on day 32. Never say luck never was important. Luck is definitely important in this game, and this guy's definitely got it. So he got Helicath right away. He got Alaz on day 32. He was one keying all the clan bosses by day 40, and that is obviously a huge factor in his success. Basically, once you reach one key Ultra Nightmare, you can start farming legendary books, farming the shards so that you can do fusions more consistently and all that. He got Mithrala on day 110, so that's 3.5 months. He finished Lydia at 6 months. And I think that's pretty insane. 6 months for Lydia with the extra faction, so Shadowkin, Sylvan Watcher and all that. Back in the day, I finished Lydia in 9 months. I wasn't pushing crazy hard or anything for Lydia, but for me, it was 9 months. And at that time, we didn't have Shadowkin or Sylvan Watchers. So for him to do it in 6 months with 2 extra factions is kind of insane. But obviously, it's a lot different time when I was doing Faction Wars and compared to when he was doing Faction Wars this year. And then his big thing that he wanted to mention in this account is that he just got Marius on day 245. As a free-to-play player with Marius on day 245, I feel like that's absolutely insane. I did get him to put some proof of that. Just one sec here. So him screenshotting his 245 and then screenshotting the Marius here. Pretty much the same day. I don't remember. I think I verified with him that he basically had it done on 244. He was on the last Hydra quest, but then he had to wait for the reset for the key to get it on 245. So he got Marius on 245, day 245, which again is absolutely insane. I don't know if that's a record or anything, but it just boggles my mind to finish off the Marius missions, 245, fully free to play. And I asked him where his Ramontu was, and he's actually stuck on Ramontu. He's not done Ramontu. He's stuck going to Gold 1 Tag Team. I think a lot of people can relate to that. Gold 1 Tag Team for Ramontu, still a struggle for Prodigga here. So with that all in mind, let's just hop around his account a little bit here and just see what we're working with. In terms of overall shards, he's not really swimming in it. He's got 7 sacred shards. I mean, he could do a fusion if he wanted to with 7 sacred shards, so not too bad. In terms of Mikage, not quite there yet. Fragment summons, he's got 3 fragment summons ready. He's got Thea, Donnie, Raph, so he can do champion chases if he wanted to, no problem. Let's check out his Great Hall. He's working on his Great Hall here, 112. I mean, this is a guy that's been playing nonstop since he started, and he hasn't gotten Visix yet. So this kind of gives you a gauge of where you should be if you're just a super hardcore grinder. So pre-Visix, just before Visix, you're looking at, you know, basically 112 development level here. He focused accuracy, crit damage. That's perfect. That's exactly what I would do as well. Today is Friday, I believe, filming a video, and he's at 170 total battles. Let's check out his live arena bonuses. He did not neglect live arena, guys. Look at this. Live arena, 114 development level. Absolutely insane. He's just basically grinding this, and look, he's maxed out the key stats here. Ignore defense, speed, Doom Tower, Hydra, Fire Knight Castle. You need the speed. Faction Wars. This is amazing stuff. Curse City as well, he's working on as well. So just amazing stuff here from Prodigga. Working all these free tokens, right? These are free upgrades. You just got to spend the time to get it. So free upgrades from the classic arena and then live arena bonuses there. So really, really crazy to see. What's he got in the tavern? Let's have a look here. A couple hundred brews, nothing too crazy. He's got a little bit of books, but nothing too crazy as well. You know, free to play player, less than 9 months. What is it? 9 months, right? Less than 270 days in the game. 7 mythical books. Chilling out there, not too much resources, 17 million silver, 2,200 gems. Let's check out his forge here. He's got 9,000 Magi steel, so he's ready to go for big crafting sessions. He's got materials here, but not too much material. He's definitely got a lot more Magi steel than he does crafting materials. Let's check out, he's got Instinct set, unrolled. And then none of the paid sets, of course. Let's check out his relics. Does he have anything for relics? Not too much here. Obviously, still, you know, within the first year of the game. Not going to have too many relics. Now, let's check out his box here for a 9-month-old insane free-to-play player. What does he have? What does he have? So he mentioned he has Alaz, so obviously a mythical champion. Crazy, right? Pretty crazy. I mean, you pull it within a month. And yeah, it just absolutely transforms your account. Alaz, very good. Brings support, brings damage. You know, he's fully booked out for him. Really, really nice. And a 4-star blessing too. So really, really lucky there. What else? He's got Alice, +1 Alice. That's a little bit interesting. Do you have... Why would you go +1 instead of going for Faction Guardians? I don't know. Maybe he has a specific reason for that. But I would definitely go for Faction Guardians first. So he's got the Tholin Fusion. He's got Crocad Fusion. These are some great builds. These are some great builds for a 9-month player, guys. Savage set, 5-star blessing. The 5-star blessing obviously is a massive help. Fully booked. Nature's Wrath looks perfect to me. Tholin in lethal, not fully ascended or anything. So still a bit reasonable. 205 speed, just about 6k attack. Again, very, very solid build for a 9-month-old account. Now, Alice looks like a faster nuker with a little bit of accuracy. I don't know if this is like a full-on main kind of damage dealer build here, but she's got Brimstone as well. Maybe not somebody that he uses frequently. Let me check out that Laz again. 230 speed, 350 crit damage. Like a pretty insane build for a 9-month-old player. Let's see what else he's rocking here. He's got the Michelangelo, of course. Swift Parry, interesting. He's got him in a damage build with a little bit of accuracy here. He's got the crown. Crown works really well. No books in Michelangelo and not fully mastered yet. What else? He's got Fabian. So Fabian, he mentioned Fabian was his first fusion. So that was the first fusion that he started an account on, and then he actually got him, which is absolutely insane. This is a very solid build. 330 speed here. No stone skin, no supersonic, but he's got all the stats, right stats here. Accuracy, speed, molten death bell. I mean, kind of works for him. Fully booked, intimidating presence, perfect. Masteries look solid. What do we got here for Arbiter? 4-star Arbiter. His Arbiter is 355 speed. 9 months into the game, guys. 355 speed. Rocking some pinpoint gear. So obviously the event dungeon, very, very useful there, just to give you guys a little bit of a speed boost. Wanda submission for the extra 6 speed, perfect. Intimidating presence, also very good here. And then Reviver Masteries here. I see it, looks good. Let's keep going. We got Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong's a little bit slower than the other nukers. Big crit damage here, a little bit of accuracy. No lethal stone skin or no savage gear. So let's see. He's fully booked with Soul Reap. Masteries look good. And yeah, I mean, that's Sun Wukong. He's going to be very good for him. He got him from the promo code to start off his account, so really nice to see. He did get Shayak here as well. He mentioned that he got Shayak and Crocad's Soul in the Heroes Path. So he got both of these from the Heroes Path. Obviously, he wasn't playing during the Packmaster Shayak fusion, so he had to get it from the Heroes Path. So that worked out really well for him. These two apparently are incredibly strong. He said this is his most impactful event. The Crocad's Throat Ripper event. So very crazy. This guy is actually insane, like especially for Hydra and stuff like that. So you got Shayak here in Relentless. Good accuracy, a little bit slow, good HP. Is he fully booked? He is fully booked with Lightning Cage, Terminator Boost, Relic, which is good. And he does have Terminator Boost in his kit, so that's great. Probably used for like Hydra and stuff like that. Faction War is going to be really good as well. Helicath, probably his most important champion that he pulled super early in the game. Looks like it's a clan boss one. It's crit capped with a little bit of accuracy. 251 speed. It's probably going to be clan boss here. Fully booked with Phantom Touch, War Master. Yep. And here's his fresh Marius in Stone Skin and Savage. Good to see. 9-month-old Marius, guys. 300 crit damage. 1-star blessing, only 241 speed. No accuracy, so he's going full damage. That's really solid damage. A little bit slow for my liking, but it's still faster than the rest of his nukers. And obviously, you know, he's not PvP, super PvP focused, right? You're not looking for like 300 speed Marius yet, especially with 1-star, especially 9 months into the game. He's got the Talon here for a little bit of damage. Fully booked. Heaven Cast makes a lot of sense. Could go for Lightning Cage as well. Helm Smasher looks good. Yeah, really good. I mean, insanely good stuff. Look at this stone skin glove, guys. Look at this stone skin glove. It's absolutely insane. Missing accuracy here for perfect. Otherwise, it would be a perfect glove for Marius if it had accuracy. But yeah, really, really nice. Still using 5-star gear, of course. Not properly ascended. But you know, you don't have so much resources. 5-star boot here. What else? This is a pretty standard stuff. But he's got the ascensions on the correct things. Ascended Amulet, that's perfect. Ascended Glove, that's perfect, right? I mean, fresh Marius, less than a couple days old, probably, or less, a couple weeks old, I think. Really, really impressive stuff, man. And then we got Mithrala here. He's got Mithrala. 265 speed Mithrala, a little bit low on accuracy, but it's in 9-piece protection. Wonder what he uses this for. Maybe for Hydra. Seems like the stats are for Hydra. What else? We got Cardio here. So you pulled Cardio from Void Shards. So that's his first. I would say that's probably one of his only Void legendaries on his account. Besides Marius, the one that he pulled. So he pulled Cardio. Cardio's a nice one. 293 speed here. 6-piece protection. Or 5-piece protection, sorry. I mean, just a really good general all-rounder. He's got Lydia here in Broken Pieces. Looks like 300 speed. Crit capped with accuracy. Gaze of Damnation, fully booked. Cruelty looks good. War Master looks good. Who else? Ancora, 6-piece. Stone Skin, slow-ish with good HP. 6-piece Stone Skin, not fully ascended or anything like that. Looks like an arena champion here. Got the Wand of Submission. Ethereon, no blessings or anything like that. In 6-piece. Merciless, crit capped, accuracy. Probably a Hydra champion here. Crown looks good. Yeah, looks great. Deacon +2 Deacon. So he's already empowering some of his epics. I'm not sure what the strategy around that is. Usually I would just focus on Faction Guardians first, but maybe he has a good reason why. Deacon Armstrong here is pretty fast. 311 for Deacon Armstrong and 387 speed. It's got the wand, so it's probably for arena. Maybe a speed booster or something like that. Commanding presence, because obviously you can't take banner on epics. Prodigga the Frog in regen, probably to cheese out maybe one of the bosses, maybe Scarab King or something like that, War Master, or maybe it's Clan Boss, maybe not, since he's running Helicath and regen, probably to cheese out one of the bosses, I think. Godseeker here in regen, looks like it's to beat the boss, yeah, probably for Sand Devil, I would say. Cruelty, yeah, all looks good. And yeah, just going down some of his epics here. I mean, we got Dithy, Fat Man. You know, we got Stag Knight here. Looks like he uses most of these too, right? He's got Geomancer here with 550 accuracy, probably used for like Iron Twins or Shogun or something like that. What else has he got here? He got Mighty Ugo. He's got Ugo here, 9-piece Feral. That's kind of nice. Probably for Hydra. No Masteries. That's cool. Volgoth and Guardian. I like it. Volgoth and Guardian. What else has he got? He's got Quintus already. That's pretty sweet. Of course, if he's actively playing Live Arena, he's going to get Quintus. And he's got Hegemon. So let's see. So the guy pulled Hegemon and Cardiel from Void Shards, obviously. He did the Titus fusion, but he has no Wixwell. So obviously Titus is going to take a backseat. Granite's here as well. He's definitely, and then he's on pace to get the Maria fusion as well. And he's pulled Yumiko, so he's got 3 Void Legos. 3 Void Legos. Yumiko, Cardiel, and Hegemon from Shards. I mean, you can't really beat that luck, guys. You can't really beat that luck. Makes you think whether it's actually free to play, and then you get the confirmation there. I can double check even further, and I'm looking at it right now, and I'll put it up on screen right now, but he has no in-game purchases as well here showing. So yeah, we're just going to have to accept that this guy got a ridiculously good RNG for his pulls. And he managed to finish April as well, the Titan event for April. Very, very impressive. We're not dealing with just a regular old person here on a regular account. All right, so we checked out his roster. So what can he do on this account? So he's saying he can finish all the Doom Tower rotations, normal and hard. I mean, I don't dispute that with this roster, with the kind of gearing that he has, the knowledge. He definitely can do it. He says he can defeat 3 of the Amiuses on hard difficulty using cheese strats. He's Gold 5 Classic Arena. He's Silver 4 Tag Team. Let's check out his arena teams here real quick. What does he use? Basically a speed team with Marius. I mean, that's pretty standard stuff. Definitely can hang in Gold 5, no issues. He's in Silver 4 Tag Team. Now, he mentioned that he is stuck on the Marius missions to Gold 1. But he's bouncing between Silver 3 and Silver 4. Let's check out his defenses here. It's not set up. He probably should set that up. Not going to jump into a fight here for him and spend his gems. But very reasonable, right? Very reasonable based on his roster. What else? He's doing 280 million damage on Nightmare difficulty on Hydra. Again, we saw some of his teams there, and they definitely look like they were built for Hydra damage. Let's take a quick look at what kind of damage he's putting out. Hold on. So, three keys in, 2.44 Hydra points. Let's take a look at his teams here. So for Nightmare, he's putting up about 400K. Sorry, 400 million, 300 million, 350 million. He's running Shayak, the dog, Alaz, Lydia, Cardio, and then Rector Draft, I guess, for the Veils. On Brutal difficulty, he's putting up probably about 250 mil based on this key. And he's running the Horse, Ally Attacker, Otherion for the max HP. So a couple max HP hitters with an Ally Attacker and a Reviver. And his hard key is the weakest key, is probably 130 million damage. And his damage dealer is basically Sun Wukong here and Tholen. Just kind of using spare parts here, but basically for a 9-month-old account, this is very, very impressive, especially this Nightmare key. Kind of just shows you how powerful Shayak and the dog is. I recently just built the dog myself, and then with Shayak, I actually use the dog and Shayak over a lot of different damage dealers for my hard difficulty team as well. They pump very, very good damage. So those are Prodigga's Hydra teams. He mentions Chimera. He's doing 90 million on Brutal Chimera and 110 million on hard difficulty Chimera. So he's stuck on Brutal and hard difficulty. Let's check out his team here right now. So what is this team? Otherion for the max HP hit. I would assume that Marius is probably going to make his team pretty soon here, I would think. and then his damage cap should go up quite a bit. But this is kind of what you're looking at for, like, you know, mid-stage Chimera. It's very difficult unless you have specific champions. He does have Lydia, which is huge against the Chimera, and then at least he has a max HP hitter, so you can get some damage in. Hopefully with Marius, he can start poking into maybe Nightmare difficulty. He does have Titus, and if he ever pulls Wixwell, then he might be able to, you know, start doing some bigger damage in Chimera. But until then, very, very roster-dependent content. He's able to do all dungeons, hard 10, consistently, and he says he's doing hard 6. He's doing hard 6 on Fire Knight, but he's already cleared hard 10. It's just really slow, so he prefers to farm stage 6, but he's doing hard 10 on all the other dungeons. He's doing 25 Sand Devil, 25 Shogun, and then 15 Iron Twins as well. So this guy's basically done everything. He's basically done everything at a near end game level. Obviously, like, his roster is not packed full of stuff because he's only been playing the game for, less than 9 months, right? Less than Visix, 270 days. Let's see what his total login day right now is. Day 254. So day 254, right? So his roster is not packed, right? But I see it's very focused. He has some very good builds on some key champions that he's using in some key areas. But he's going to get stuck. He's going to get stuck on some content, right? He's going to get stuck. Like, for example, we talked a little bit about challenges, and he mentioned the Ramantu missions were quite challenging. He can't get to gold 1 for Ramantu missions, so he's stuck there. And that, of course, that's going to be roster dependent too, whether you pull the PvE champions or not. I mean, he does have Quintus and Hegemon like waiting there, so it definitely could be useful. He mentioned that he's stuck in Centranos. He's mentioned he's stuck in Centranos. He's roughly about 60 or 70 stages every month, around this level every month. So you can't really break through that, but that's going to be roster dependent, of course. And yeah, Nightmare Chimera. So the Chimera boss, he can't break through to get through into Nightmare difficulty and beyond. He just doesn't have the roster right now, but these are things that probably come with time. So really, really cool stuff so far. I mean, super advanced, free to play account here. Very, very dedicated player, of course. You know what? Since we weren't able to actually have him on this video, I asked him basically some interview questions to give us basically his best free to play tips on how he was so successful with this account. Obviously, there's a big RNG factor. He had very lucky pulls, which gave him the opportunity to basically push his account to like these crazy limits. So I asked him for his top tips so that I can share this with the viewers here. All right, so here we go. So he actively plays the game. I asked him how much time he actually spends playing the game. He says about 5 or 6 hours a day throughout the day, not all at once, of course. He says he's mostly a mobile player, which is absolutely insane. That means he doesn't really have any access to like RSL Helper. He doesn't have access to, the Hell Hades Optimizer, which is really, really crazy. That means some of these builds could definitely be even improved. I mean, we can hop into his gear stash here and just check out what kind of gear he has. Like, you can kind of see he still has a lot of 5-star pieces. Obviously, he's done quite a bit of farming. You still see some rare pieces here. Some pieces are not leveled, but most of them are kind of leveled. He's not maxed out or anything, so he's running pretty efficiently. It looks like he's mostly just leveling up some of the key sets here, maybe some key pieces. But yeah, you still see quite a bit of, more earlier game pieces of gear that definitely can fit on some champions that maybe doesn't use too often. Lots of crafts here. Obviously, that's going to propel his account quite a bit. Let's see what else he says. He says keeping up with quests. So he said that he actually was very, very diligent keeping up with the Marius, the Arbiter missions, just letting those kind of guide your gameplay, making sure that you're always ahead of the game, making sure that you're looking ahead for quests so that you don't get hard bottlenecked. These are just really good, like, kind of preparation kind of strategies here. So very, very good on him. Another big one that I heavily advocate, but it's so time consuming, it's to manual gameplay. Manual play key areas like Hydra, trying to top chest Hydra, trying your best in Chimera, Clan Boss, Doom Tower. These are things that I've done way back in the day where I was manualing Clan Boss, trying to get as much damage as I can. And that was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So to this day, I mean, in order to maximize your returns, you kind of have to manual gameplay some areas. Usually you can squeeze out a little bit more damage, especially if you're close to like that top chest, right? Getting those rewards is really, really important if you just want to maximize everything in the game. So good to see that he's actually mentioned that here, manual gameplay. I still manual my Hydra keys once in a while because I do need top damage for my clan, for example. Same with Chimera keys. But like I said, back in the day, I used to manual every single wave in Doom Tower. I used to manual my clan boss keys, you know what I mean? So it's something that I forgot about, but it's really, really good to remember. But it's a huge time sink, huge time sink. And I was talking to Prodigga and he was saying like, yeah, he plays this game a lot. He actively plays this game quite a bit. And, it's not surprising to me that you need to commit a lot of time to build an account like this to achieve things that he has achieved. So don't take any kind of account comparison to yourself too harshly, because he's obviously invested heavily amounts of time into this account. Now, the next obvious thing he kind of mentioned is a strong clan boss team. He pulled Helicath relatively early, and that was kind of like his gateway into, Ultra Nightmare clan boss. After getting that, he said he was basically doing one key all clan bosses on day 40. And then, if you can do that, then you're basically just playing another game, right? Now you can just farm the top resources continuously, get shards and all that. You can do fusions, do events. He mentioned that he finished every single fusion since he started, except for Lysanthier. So I like that he was, obviously very straight up. He doesn't have Lysanthier. He thought he wasn't a very good champion. He didn't need him. Even though I think for this account, I think Lysanthier would be pretty good. Not too bad of a champion, but he said he skipped Lysanthier, but he got every single fusion since. And his first fusion was Fabian. I think I mentioned that earlier in this video. Now, what other key tips does he have for you guys? He says, save your resources for CVC to get the maximum rewards every time. Now, this is something that is kind of obvious, but I think in practice, a lot of people forget that if you're using things like glyphs, ascensions, you should probably save those kind of activities for CVC, right? Obviously, it takes a lot of, time and planning, and you have to be active during CVC. Sometimes you just want to ascend or, level up all your gear right away and not wait for events and all that. But making sure that you save those things like books, ascensions, gear ascensions, all those kind of extra things like forging and stuff, saving those for CVC, it just gives you more points and it, allows you to get the max threshold rewards every time. Just gives you a little bit of extra resources for your trouble. Next thing he mentions here, all arena fights, guys, all arena fights. We see that with his Great Hall, his classic Great Hall, his live arena fights. He does them all. They're free tokens and they basically reward you with some kind of in-game resource that's going to boost up the stats of all your all your characters in your account. That just strengthens your account, right, guys? So make sure you guys do that. Again, obviously this takes time, something that is really hard to just keep up on top of every day. But that's how you build an account like this, where you basically just max everything out. You got to use all the free tokens, right? Up next, we have manual clan boss keys for max chests. I did mention that, manual clan boss keys, especially if you're close to those top chests. It's definitely worth it. If you guys have the question of whether getting 2 nightmare chests versus 4 key top ultra nightmare chest, go for that single ultra nightmare chest, guys. That's where you're going to get the legendary books. That's where you're going to get the sacred shards from, not the nightmare chest. You want the top ultra nightmare chest, okay, guys? And then what else? Finish all Doom Tower for rewards. Now, Doom Tower is a bit of a pain, right? Like I remember back in the day, I was hard stuck at like 60, 70, 80. So every month I would make like maybe like 10 level progress. And it took forever, right? Some stages took 9, 10, 15 minutes, and sometimes just manual play, or especially if your roster is very limited. Like for example, Prodigga's roster here is actually very advanced relative to what I was slogging through Doom Tower with back in the day. I was using Drexar, I was using Archmage Helmet, I was using like a full stun set, Scylla Drakes and stuff like that. Like this guy, obviously now he has a very crazy roster here to deal with Doom Tower. But for you guys, do the best you can in Doom Tower, get as much free resources as you can. There's actually some really good resources in Doom Tower. You get 2 sacred shards from hard Doom Tower if you can finish it every month. That definitely really, really helps. And the last big tip here is a relatively recent one. And it says, set important presets to use in Doom Tower, Cursed City, and Faction Wars. Let's check out what presets he has, and we'll see exactly what he's talking about here. So he has what? He has a Toxic set preset. Wait, actually, no, global presets. His Geomancer, he has a Bolster set here, he has a Stun set here, Ugo set, Stone Skin set, Regeneration set. He's got damage set here for Crowcad, Alice set. This is probably with accuracy and speed. Mithrala set, so it looks like, I'm not too sure. Mithrala set. Another regen set, full speed set, lethal set, regen set, stun set, relentless set, lethal set, toxic set, destroy set, of course, guardian set, regen set. So a bunch of regen sets, obviously very helpful for like faction wars and stuff. HP DPS, so he has an HP Merciless set here and a 9-piece Feral set for Stag Knight here. So I think the big takeaway here is obviously have your stun set, regen sets and stuff ready. You have your damage sets and stuff, shield set here for the bolster. Just makes life a lot easier. Obviously, like nowadays with free gear removal and stuff, that's just one massive headache that you guys don't have to deal with nowadays as a free to play. But yeah, these are some really good tips. I definitely stand by them. Definitely mentioned them in the past. And they're not anything new, but it's nice to get a reminder here from somebody that utilized them pretty heavily to get his account to this extreme level here. And one last place I wanted to show just before we duck out here, the Soulstone Altar. So he doesn't really have too much. I mean, he has the normal Soulstone stuff here from farming Hydras, I think. You know, he doesn't have any. He doesn't have any saved up here. Probably used them all on some of the events. Actually, let's take a closer look at his roster here real quick. Let's check out how many 6-stars he has. Check out how many 6-stars he has. 63 60s. 6-stars, right? 63 6-stars. Take a quick peek here at that Yumiko, 326 speed, 350 accuracy, no masteries yet. Yeah, I mean, he's got rares built out too. Yeah, it's like you said, like it's very thin, right? It's very thin, but for 9 months, it's very good. Anyways, guys, so this is Prodigga's account. He's only level 86, like I said, and he's not even a 9-month player. And he has one of the most impressive free-to-play accounts that I've ever seen in terms of overall feats. It's just absolutely insane. Hopefully you guys found this video informative. Let me know in the comments below if this was helpful for you guys. And I wanted to give a massive shout out here to Prodigga for letting me hop on the account and for reaching out to me and letting me show his account and feats to everybody here. Once again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your time as always. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.